of Dr. Ford's attorneys by raising questions about
here's
how
what
things
I
were
can
paid for
say.
and how she was put in touch with
I'm
them.
really upset that they knew about this in August and never told anybody. I'm really upset that Dianne Feinstein believed this was a credible allegation, that you wouldn't do Mr. Judge Kavanaugh the service of saying, I've got this, what's your side of the story? Turn it over to the committee so we could have something not this close to the midterms. Election, and their goal, not Ms. Ford's goal, is to delay this past the midterms so they can win the Senate and never allow Trump to fill the seat. I believe that now more than ever. I don't know who paid for a polygraph, but somebody did. And here's what I'm more convinced of. The friends on the other side set it up to be just the way it is.
Senator,
I feel ambushed as the majority. We're going to hear from Mr. Kavanaugh, Judge Kavanaugh, and I've been a judge, a prosecutor, and a defense attorney. And here's what I'll tell you. When it comes to where it happened, I still don't know. I don't know when it happened. She said she's 100% certain it did happen. I bet you Judge Kavanaugh will say, I'm 100% sure I didn't do it. The people named say they don't know what Ms. Ford's talking about. She can't tell us how she got home and how she got there. And thus the facts I'm left with. A nice lady who has come forward to tell a hard story that's uncorroborated, and this is enough. God help anybody else that gets nominated. Based on what I heard today, you could not get a search warrant or an arrest warrant because you don't know the location, you don't know the time, and you don't have any corroboration.
Senator Cornyn, New York, we have John Cornyn in Texas.
So can you give us your take?
yeah, I thought Dr. Ford did a good job. I just regret that her letter to Senator Feinstein that she requested that it be confidential was against her wishes and without her authorization released to the press. And I'm sorry that her lawyers didn't tell her of the committee's offer to fly staff to California to be able to do a question and answer interview on a bipartisan basis, that wasn't conveyed to her. Obviously, this is a tough setting for any witness, but I thought it went as well as you could expect. It's essentially, I think, what we heard is an articulation of what we already saw in her letter, and that is in a dignified and professional way, ask questions to get information. I found no reason to find her not credible. There are obviously gaps in her story. Obviously, we know people who are traumatized can have those sort of gaps, but again, I regret that she finds herself in this circus-like setting because her letter to Senator Feinstein was released to the press against her knowledge and without her authorization.